Finally tonight, a Christmas tradition paused by the pandemic is back. Mark Strassman introduces us to the Santa Claus Girls.
Thank you. You're welcome.
For more than a century, the Santa Claus Girls have had West Michigan's longest Christmas list. All these cars, the parents of 6,000 needy children.
Merry Christmas!
That's what it's all about. It's helping the underprivileged children.
This is their only Christmas?
For some.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
So that's why we try our best to give them something that they'll be excited about. And when they go to school, tell their friends, I got this.
Inside this warehouse, part Santa's workshop, part Amazon fulfillment center. Tables stacked with gifts, separated boy, girl, and by age, infant to 12. 5 gifts apiece,
Look at that.
including a handmade hat and mittens. The Santa Claus Girls, bringing Christmas to life here since 1908.
The love that the people have for giving back just doesn't go away.
Outside, the Uzarski brothers, Steve and Paul, help direct traffic on a nippy, windy morning.
You have to do that, you know. The love you give is the love you get.
As kids, their dad, a firefighter, was killed in the line of duty. The Santa Claus Girls gave them many Christmases.
They brought gifts, and the gifts would say, Santa Claus Girls, to Paul from Santa Claus Girls. Well, why does it say that, Mom? Well, because Santa can't deliver all the gifts himself, so yes, the Santa Claus Girls help him, so okay.
Not last year, the pandemic canceled their annual giveaway for the first time in the group's history.
Heartbroken. We were heartbroken.
They're very disappointed.
And the good news is, you're back.
We're back.
Yes.
We're here. And this year, I mean, the need is so great.
Yeah.
And yet, our hands are tied. We can only do so much.
The group lost its usual warehouse. Donations are down, need is up. They'd like to help twice as many families like the Carters, looking to give their 6 kids a Christmas.
Without the help, it would be very tiny. So we're doing the best we can right now during this time with COVID and everything. So it helps out a lot.
Believing in Santa's one thing, being Santa's another. Some people have a gift for giving. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Dear Santa, I've tried my very best to be good.
Not all the millions of letters sent to Santa every year make it to the North Pole. Some end up in Santa Claus, Indiana. Marianne Balbach is the town postmaster.
Letters addressed to Santa, there's probably 20 to 30,000 a year.
Rather than forwarding them all the way to the Arctic, the U.S. Postal Service directs them here, where about 200 volunteer elves read every one.
Dear Santa, for Christmas I want a hamster fixed to not have babies.
And they answer, every one. 87-year-old Mrs. Cook is the chief elf. She's been at it for 78 years.
I think it is so wonderful that children believe in Santa Claus in this electronic age.
The tradition began in 1914, but when Ripley's Believe It or Not featured the town in 1930, letters to Santa began arriving like snowflakes on a winter's day.
I hope you continue to try to be good.
It's not just the children whose holidays are made brighter by these personal messages. For many of the elves, this is the high point of their year.
I think it's one of the things that we say volunteers get hooked.
Especially when the letter writer has a parent who is somewhere else, serving the country.
We have letters from children whose parents are deployed, and of course that's a special letter for us.
The elves make no promises about what Santa will bring. They don't see their job as fulfilling dreams.
And what do we want for Christmas this year?
An iPhone.
Their job is to keep those dreams alive. Don Daler, CBS News, New York.
Well, finally tonight, for Santa, his special magic means finding a voice that works with everyone. Here's CBS's Mark Strassman.
What do you want for Christmas, Daddy?
Santa learned along the way he needed to wrap Christmas differently.
And I said, what do you want for Christmas? And all he could say was trick or treat. And I realized then that I needed to do something.
He needed to speak more languages. The more, the merrier.
Dígales que tú las amas.
Starting with full immersion Spanish in Honduras.
And what's the reaction of the kids when they realize Santa speaks Spanish?
It takes their breath away.
And it's so exciting to see that child's eyes light up. Talk to them, what I feel like is the most important part of Christmas, which is love.
For deaf children like 8-year-old Gracie McClure, he can sign his Christmas message.
And I was saying, Santa is happy to see you. Santa loves you.
And a special gift, getting autistic kids one by one to light up like a Christmas tree.
I talk very softly. I don't use the big barreling ho, ho, ho. And I try, particularly in Sensory Santa, not wearing all of the glitz and the bells to cut down on the stimulation.
And do you see the change in the child?
It is remarkable.
The message is the same, regardless of the language or the way to communicate it.
Santa's job? Bring joy by meeting children in their worlds.
None of those kids have nearly as much fun as I do.
It's just a different child in a different way. We're crying when they leave.
It's magical for the two of you.
It is for sure.
The most important thing about Christmas is love.
Which speaks well of him in any language. A Santa for everyone. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Atlanta.
Nothing stops Santa Claus. Not a bad winter storm, not coronavirus. You see, Santa and his helpers always have a plan B. Here's CBS's Adriana Diaz.
Beautiful. Once the pandemic canceled her annual in-studio Santa sessions,
and we thought, how on earth are we going to make this happen?
Good job. Elisa Johnson's family got COVID creative. Her husband Dan built this Santa's workshop in their backyard. Now he is sanitation.
Hi, Michaela, are you ready?
Their daughter Delaney is the season's greeter.
Wong it. We wong it. Basically, it's a very nice way.
So with a little sanitizer and a lot of social distancing,
hi, Michaela,
the Johnsons found a way to keep tradition alive, even bringing in repeat customers.
and use some Santa-tizer.
My teacher wants a picture of me with Santa.
Alicia gifted this session after learning the photos were Ricky Carpintero's mother's Christmas wish.
I couldn't believe it. We haven't taken professional pictures as a family or with him since birth, right?
It was like so awesome.
What do you want for Christmas?
So this coronavirus can be gone so I can go and my family.
He wasn't there asking me for a list of toys, you know, that he wanted. He wanted something really important that touched me really much.
There you go. I feel like the pictures this year really show what we've all gone through. The children are so much more grounded. I personally think it was more magical this year.
It's a magic no one could have pictured this time last year. Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Warrenville, Illinois.
We all know that Santa sees you when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake, but he also knows when a child may need a calmer Santa experience. We caught up with the man in red himself.
So Daniel,
What?
how good have you been this year?
Very good.
Very good, I'm glad. Oh, I love Santa hugs.
This sensory-friendly experience brings Santa to kids in a jolly yet mindful environment. Each December, Simon Property Group hosts private photo adventures like these nationwide. There are no long lines, lights are dimmed, and there are quiet areas for children who have unique physical or emotional needs.
We do it before the center opens, specifically to create an environment that allows families and children to visit Santa at their own pace.
There's no commotion for him. It's quiet, so he can really just relax and enjoy getting to see Santa.
The mother of 12-year-old Justin says one part of Santa's magic is knowing how to speak just the right language.
I'm right here, you don't have to worry.
Justin does know some of the signs, like all done and more and everything, so it's great because Justin can sign when he's all done or if he wants more time with him.
I've been on this earth for 1,755 years. I had to learn how to be patient quite a while back. Here she is.
Among the families and their traditions, we saw Santa form a bond while playing peekaboo with Savannah.
There she is.
proving every child wants a special gift in a season that's all about seeing and cherishing everyone.
She wished for a friend. I told her, I said she could always have Santa as a friend. I love you too. I love you too.
Finally tonight, the art of playing Santa Claus goes much deeper than donning a red suit. We found a jolly but serious St. Nick who puts future Santas to the test with a rigorous training program. Here's CBS's Skylar Henry.
If the saying, seeing is believing, means anything at Christmas, then Rick Rosenthal is a true believer.
What makes a good Santa?
The very first thing is your heart. You have to like yourself.
You have to be understood and logical to be believable.
Twice a year, Rosenthal, or Santa Rick as he likes to be called, is Dean of Students at the Northern Lights Santa Academy in Atlanta. Between 100 and 150 student Santas and Mrs. Clauses from as far away as England and Germany enroll each session. And these aren't your typical mall Santas.
I'm working on becoming a professional Christmas entertainer, but not just an extraordinary Christmas entertainer.
In the near decade since Rosenthal founded it, Northern Lights has grown to the largest Santa school in the Southeast.
When you have a professionally trained and educated Christmas performer, they look different. They have real Santa suits, not costumes. So education is really important in every field.
The training includes hair care, with tips on how to keep Santa's beard snowy white, a course on magic tricks, and a workshop on inclusivity for children with disabilities.
Why go to such great lengths to put this much energy into it?
Christmas is a season, even though it falls on the 24th and 25th, it lasts for weeks or months, and people change, and it brings out the best on them.
And that's Rosenthal's goal, helping to bring the true meaning of the holiday season out of new students and those who already know the way of the Claus. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Atlanta.
Now to this story. Santa is coming to rescue Christmas if he can figure out how to fix the audio. Here's CBS's Steve Hartman on the road.
'Twas 3 weeks before Christmas, and all through this house, not a creature was stirring, except for this mouse, as Santa struggled to connect on Zoom.
All right, here we go.
Which is why the children heard him exclaim as he came into sight.
Can you hear me?
Nothing.
Can you hear me, TJ?
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Jump and jangle those.
It's a constant struggle to be a 2020 Santa Claus. And I make no secret that I don't know what I'm doing.
Coronavirus has made Santa long for those simpler times of Polaroid poses and parting gift candy canes. Fortunately for Santa and his helpers across the nation,
Tom, you need to unmute.
There are support groups.
Okay, am I unmuted?
In these chats, technologically challenged elves help each other navigate their new normal.
Click on those 3 little dots and save that to your computer.
For Santa Bob Jordan, who summers outside Boston, the transition from private parties to virtual visits has been an especially tough chimney to climb. He got Zoom for Dummies, which helped, but one look around his workshop and you see what a jolly old analog elf he is. And yet, he got himself a webcam.
And I get a boom microphone and a ring light.
A ring light?
Right? So that helps. It's very doable. It's going to happen. Christmas is coming. Because you know you're going to make somebody happy.
And perhaps because of that unconditional love, a Christmas miracle happened.
Are you getting excited for Christmas? Yeah. You are.
Santa figured out Zoom.
Hey!
As have elves across the country.
This is so cool.
This month, they will do thousands of virtual visits.
The real Santa.
And although it's not the same as Santa's lap,
I miss you, Santa Claus.
in some ways, it's better.
I miss you too so much, Dallas.
Because if it's really the thought and effort that count,
I love you so much.
Santa has already given us
Been here, yeah.
his best gift of the season.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Steve Hartman.
Bye.
On the road.
Merry Christmas.
At the North Pole.
Bye, Santa.
Finally tonight, do you believe in miracles? CBS's Nancy Chen introduces us to a young boy who's depending on one.
and then go ahead and walk all the way down.
Outside a store in Stockton, California.
Thank you.
A boy named Mateo has a mail call responsibility.
To get randos to Santa.
Diagnosed with leukemia after his second birthday, the 5-year-old has spent much of his life at home, even before the pandemic. But there's one visitor he always looks forward to seeing.
I just like watching my old mailman come by every day.
Which is why Mateo dreams of becoming a mailman. Organized by the Make-A-Wish Foundation, visitors dropped off letters for Santa, with a kindergartner as his official helper.
Dear Santa.
Cynthia Toscano is Mateo's mom.
It just means everything. I mean, he's had such a hard time over the last few years, and I think something like this is what he really needed.
Make-A-Wish says they'll fully transform Mateo into a mail carrier when it's safe to do so. But for Mateo, the joy in this job will be hard to top, with the heady responsibility of getting letters to the big guy in red.
When I'm feeling sad.
A special delivery just in time for the holidays. Nancy Chen, CBS News.
And we're pulling for you, Mateo.
All right, have you ever had your kids pose for pictures on Santa's lap? Smiles all around, right? Didn't think so. Mark Strassman met a photographer in Atlanta who embraces the holly and the not so jolly.
Santa's Workshop, where everything is picture perfect.
There you go, that's a good one.
This is photographer Jeff Rothman's studio. In here, a white Christmas often turns blue.
We have parents come in here hoping their kids will cry, and they leave disappointed if their kids don't.
Run, everybody, run, run, run!
Turns out, crying kids make hilarious holiday photos. Chris Kringle, meet Chris Cringeworthy.
There we go, big cry.
Kids are going to cry no matter what. It's just that we kind of accentuate that.
When you look at your portfolio,
Yeah.
you would think, this photographer is not good with kids.
He's a jerk, yeah.
Do you want a cookie?
Rothman was floored parents wanted their kids to cry. He had 7,000 photo shoots available over 6 weeks. They sold out in 10 minutes.
What age is the sweet spot?
1 to 2 is
Waterworks.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's realistic. Yeah, and this is what they do. They're not smiles and perfect.
Santa meets 3 new crying kids every 10 minutes.
If you really want to feel how a child cries, it hurts. And yeah, it does, tug at my heart.
But within seconds, all is calm, all is bright again.
When they get older and their kids get older, they can sit around, Christmas and share those photos and laugh about it.
But until then, it's anything but Silent Night. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Atlanta.
I have one of those. Post your crying Santa pictures and tag us, and we'll repost it.